Welcome, family, to Guidance with the Soul. It's your girl, Truly.
Jade, the Soul Goddess. I'm coming on here
To
see what this is.
December have in store for you, and since
This is my first.
live in a while, I said, what better way than to enter this portal
And tap in with.
on my signs.
So, let us begin. You're going to hear a ringing. And because we are in beautiful Virgo season,
Virgo season.
a lot
of my collective, a lot of you guys, a lot of us are starting to connect to aspects of ourselves that deal with health. Not only physical health, but mental health, spiritual health, emotional health. How are you being called to tap deeper into aspects of yourself, deeper into
authenticity with yourself, deeper into
union, bringing all the aspects of yourself together in one alignment? How are you choosing to
push past the norm in
society and really dive into what is true to you?
A lot of
Us have been conditioned to
follow the
trends, follow what other people have done before us. But this is the time to really
tap into yourself, tap into your essence,
tap into your flow, listening to your body, because your body honestly is the first
connector to your spirit. It's the vessel, it's the avatar
your spirit is housed in. So you're being
called at this moment
to tap into those aspects of yourself. So because we are also in a beautiful eclipse season
that is
pushing all the shadows into the light, really asking us to go deep, clearing
out all the things
that no longer serves us,
and forcing us
to reflect on those things and aligning to the things that actually do serve our highest
purpose, our highest
source, our highest potential, right? And some of these things are going to feel like it's like a band-aid being ripped from the wounds, but you're being called to be present. If it feels uncomfortable, dive deeper into that. If you're feeling any type of pain, to
dive deeper
into that. If you're feeling
joy, if you're
feeling anxiety, if you're feeling love, if you're feeling laughter, it's time for you to explore that deeper. But also a big emphasis on getting back into alignment with your body, connecting to the routines that bring you back into the body. And in particular with this first eclipse, the lunar eclipse being in Pisces, you're going to be activated within
your dream state, within your astral
state. So a lot of daydreaming, a lot of astral projection, a lot of you tapping into the dream world. So it will be very important for you to
connect with a dream journal.
For all of you that are unaware, your dreams represents different aspects of your subconscious, but also different dimensions that you travel into as you are in your rest state. So it's really important for you to tap into your dreams, because
this month there will be a
lot being revealed
within the dream state, and allowing yourself
the full honor to trusting the
flow,
trusting the memories, trusting the advice, trusting the warnings that are being revealed to you in your dream states will help you maneuver through this eclipse season, through this September season, and through the harvest. So let's start with my beautiful earth signs, beginning with Virgo and then working our way through. So Virgo, what is it? Oh, wow, Virgo. What is it that Spirit wants you to know currently at this time? Social media. How does your online persona differ from your true self? Would this discrepancy reflect parts of your shadow self? And this is where, Virgo, you're being asked to go deep within, going past what you deem to be perfect.
I'm hearing.
This is not the time to be perfect. This is not the time to have it all put together. You're being asked to even show up within the shadow, even share those vulnerable aspects of yourself when you're not doing okay. And it's okay not to be okay. And that's part of the lesson. That's part of the guidance. That's part of revealing a more authentic part of you into that social media aspect. And I believe that we're no longer in a social media era. We're more in a integrated era, or authentic era, authentic media era, where you're being called to really show up in aspects of yourself that you usually don't show up in. So tapping into that space is really important at that time, and allowing yourself to be seen. Allowing the aspects of yourself that you like to keep hidden seen. All right, beautiful Virgo. Moving on to the beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, what does September want
To share and reveal to you. I'll have time.
stamps? Oh wow, two cards. Two cards came out for you, Capricorn. Okay, is the moon in Capricorn currently right now? Because I'm feeling like the moon might be in Capricorn currently. So big dreams, self-soothing, right? Big dreams, self-soothing. What are your biggest dreams in life? If your biggest dream happened, what would you do? And self-soothing. What soothes you when you are upset? So for a lot of my Capricorns, what I'm getting for you guys is allowing yourself to think big. I know it's easier to be 10 steps ahead and have it all planned out, but Spirit's really asking you to
Take a second to imagine.
using your dream state, using that Piscean energy to reach for the stars. What would your life be like if you had everything that you desired? I challenge you to think about the time when you were a child or when you were younger and you literally
Wanted to be something.
right? And then as you grew older, survival and practicality and logic started to kick in, and you deemed yourself unworthy of pursuing your dreams because it didn't make sense to society. But what if you put society to the side and you actually tap into that aspect of your inner child that wanted to be those great things, and write it down. Take a second and write it down. And start making plans to how can you achieve that aspect of yourself every day. And choose that. Choose yourself, because choosing those aspects of yourself is you choosing
To follow your dream.
dreams. No matter how impractical they might seem, it's very important that you choose that, because that, I'm hearing, that's what is going to bring in your harvest. Okay, Capricorn? Oh my gosh, I love you. Tapping into our Taurus.
Wow, breaking cycles.
Cycles in love, Taurus. Okay, before I read the questions and the journal prompts for these cards, I'm really getting that
You have, oh my gosh,
you have been through so many cycles where you've overpoured, overextended, overexerted yourself
in order to please
please others, in order to feel validated, in order to
be yourself, I'm hearing. Pouring,
overpouring into others' cups, and also leaving yourself depleted. But this is the season
where that is breaking.
you are pouring more into your love cup. allowing yourself to be a magnet of love and attracting all those things to you. This is not the season that you continue to choose to people please in order to feel validated. And that's such a beautiful thing for you, Taurus, because when I tell you, the moment that you stand in your power, the moment that you realize that you are the emperor of your throne, okay, is the moment that you start to really attract the beauty in life, the love in life, and the love that matches your love. But you have to pour that into yourself, because you will only be matched with what you pour into yourself, right? So the questions are, what negative cycles could be broken by addressing your self-sabotaging behaviors? And love, when do you feel the most love? So going back to allowing yourself to fully be seen by you, fully be loved by you, fully be cherished by you, and not seeking outside validation in order for you to feel loved. Not betraying yourself in comfortability to someone else. All right, Taurus? Oh, my earth signs, my earth signs. Baby, take your time with the rush. So for my earth signs, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I don't know why that song from Leon Thomas, Mutt, is coming up, but taking that time, slowing down, and really connecting with aspects of yourself. Listening to that song will be a synchronicity for some of you guys. Yeah, let's move on to the water signs. All right, water signs, starting with Scorpio. What is September here to share with you? All right, so we have power, forgiveness, and learning. For you guys, Scorpio, as 3 cards fell out, like I really am channeling for you guys to take a second, take a deep breath. You've been through a lot of cycles of, wow. The heart space, being hurt in the past. I'm also getting the essence of betrayal, feeling betrayed by those that you love, those that you trusted, and not being supported in the ways that you need. But I'm telling you now that you are supported by your divine team. And it's time to, I'm hearing, support yourself. Tapping into yourself. Tapping into your power, tapping into your essence, knowing that your sensitivity, that you're nurturing, that your love, that your ability to see the shadows in the dark and bring them out to light is a superpower. Learning deeper aspects of yourself, allowing the old to shed away and tapping into the new. Going through cycles of death and rebirth is part of the nature, is part of who you are. And so allowing yourself to rise like the phoenix. And the 3 cards say power. What does living to your fullest potential and power look like to you? Forgiveness. What do you need to forgive yourself for? And learning. What lessons has the past taught you? Literally. Knowing that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And allowing yourself to find the lessons in all those things and transforming it and alchemizing it into the levels that you need to alchemize it in. All right, Scorpio? My beautiful water signs. Next, tapping into that eclipse energy. This eclipse energy is really going to, well, you get one card. This eclipse energy is really going to highlight a lot of shadow for you, all right? Not a lot of shadow only within yourself, but also shadow around you. You're being called to step into your light, step into your greatness, and challenge the norm. Your card is jealousy. What can you do to manage your jealousy? And what I'm hearing for a lot of you guys is, I know that you want to see your life in a certain way, in a certain light, and you also are being shown reflections around you. You're not being shown reflections around you or what you want or what you desire in order for you to envy, in order for you to feel less than. It's showing you those aspects so you could tap into the energy, so you can have a sense on what it feels like, what it looks like, so you could continuously draw that energy to you. And that's what, oh wow, another card, draw that energy to you on your deathbed. Wow. Wow. Imagine you are on your deathbed while laying in the bed, your parents walk in. What are the last things that you say to them? So it's going back to the aspect of yourself where you are being called to really notice those aspects of your shadow and see, why are they coming up? Is there something that you need to reveal to someone, for someone? And how is it being integrated into yourself? How are you meant to teach others by expressing your shadows and knowing that they're not there for you to criticize? They're there for you to open up to, for you to learn from, for you to learn, and for you to be parents. All right? Going back to my Cancers. So interesting. There's a lot of chaos happening around, and after this, I'm going to shift the live over. Failure, strength. Wow. Tapping into deep mother wounds. But also feeling supported by the ocean and the waves. You're guided to allow the feelings to come up, allowing yourself to truly grieve. You're also being called to connect with the matriarchs in your family, whether present on this earthly plane or passed on. They're calling you to go deeper because there's different activations, there's different aspects of you that you're being called to tap into. These are points of your gifts. And there has been blockages within this space due to unaware feminine wounds. Learning to tap into that mother essence, learning to tap into that inner divine feminine in a place of healing, not in a place of resistance. For some of you, you've either seen a mother or you've seen a feminine
be the self-sacrificer of the family, putting aside their needs in order to appease the family, appease the structure, appease the home, but you saw them slowly dying within. Even when they showed up and acted like everything was okay, you knew deep down that everything was okay. Wasn't okay. And you got strength here. How can you transform negative shadow traits into strength? But you seeing that feminine figure in your life, self-sacrifice, you realize how truly confirmation burps, you and throat chakra, opening the throat chakra, you realize how strong it was for them to sacrifice self, but at the same time, you realize that there's also a strength into choosing self and vocalizing your needs. I'm hearing allowing your needs to be met. Also, failure. How can your shadow self help you develop a healthier attitude towards failure and mistakes? Going back to not seeing those things, those traits within that feminine, your inner feminine, as mistakes or failures. They're all lessons. They're all parts of yourself that show you how to redirect and balance. Everything is polarity. When you're at one end of the polarity, using the energy to shift yourself into balance, in neutrality, and finding the ways that could help you cope in a healthier way, into deeper love, deeper trust, and deeper care within the self. Okay, Cancer? I love you. I love you. Choose to love yourself a little bit deeper and open up that emotional aspect. Of course, it's easier to be a shell, to keep everything out. But I'm hearing choose to respond over react and allow things to be released. Strength is a beautiful thing, but then when you hold everything in and not choose to express it, that causes dis-ease within the body. That causes disruption within the body. And there's a reason why Cancer is called Cancer, okay? It's by heavy energy being stored in the body, causing rogue cells to come together. All right? There's a song channeling. Give me a second as we transition. Feel the same way as it don't feel so right. And if I had to choose, I know. Beautiful by what is shoot. I can't think of his name right now. Musiq Soulchild for my water signs. Beautiful by Musiq Soulchild. Alright? Tapping into my next signs. Hold on. Drink some water. I'm also drinking some pineapple water with some lemon. So for my water signs, stay hydrated. Please. Stay hydrated. Okay? Making sure that you're cleansing out your energy constantly, because you are
portal to memory, portal to the divine feminine.
All right, tapping
Into my fire signs.
I don't know why.
With the fire signs, I'm a fire sun. I'm actually a Fiscus. I'm the 13th sign. So, but all my life before we were awakened to the 13th sign, right? I tapped in it. I've been a Sagittarius, so I always say like, yeah, I'm a Sagittarius, so Fiscus cuss. Okay, don't play with her. She not one of them. Oh my gosh, this is really, really cool. Okay, so let's get into my fire signs. Clearing out the energy. So as we get into that, it's so funny because I did the earth signs and then I did the water signs, and that is feminine energy. The water signs are the mother of the feminines, and the earth signs are the daughters of the feminines. And now I'm going and doing the fire signs. The fire signs are the sons of the masculines, and the air signs, which I'll do last, is the fathers of the masculine. So it's interesting that I decided to flow like that. But you know, when spirit tells you to do something, you listen.
You listen.
You listen, and that's what's going on. Okay. So what's going on with my fire sign, spirit of the highest love and light? What does September have for my
Fire sign.
Let's start with Sagittarius. Okay, we'll start with Sagittarius. Since you want to talk, we'll talk.
Dun, dun, dun.
Music is a big channel of messages during this time. Tapping into music, tapping
Into a playlist,
creating a playlist. Maybe it's time to create a playlist. If you've never created a playlist before, it's time to create a playlist. Alright, let's get into my fire signs. Sagittarius, what does September want to give to you?
Okay.
Just in general, you have like to make sure.
Alright, wanting to be heard. I'm also like, I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, oh wow, Celebration came out. I'm hearing a lot of people are going to want to really
Want to hear your voice. And want
to hear your voice. And I'm also hearing there's some of those people that want to hear your voice in the way that they want to hear your voice. Literally want to mold and control the way that you show up and the way that you are being seen. But as a fire sign, as someone who only goes with the spirit of their internal calling, you
decide to show up
as you in whatever capacity that looks like, and not listening to what other people have to say or how other people have to feel about it. And this time, most importantly, is
calling you to show up in your authenticity.
Show up in the fullness of yourself. Show up even when it hurts, even when you feel uncomfortable, even when you don't feel like it. Not only when you're put together and all the great things are happening to you, showing every aspect of yourself. And I'm also hearing a lot of people are going to be hating because you're about to be celebrating soon, and a lot of people are going to be hating and jealous
Of you, but we don't really entertain
those energies. Because why we don't entertain those energies, because there's always going to be people who have something to say. There's always going to be people who have judgments or preconceived notions. But as long as you continue to trust yourself and continue to
work on yourself and
continue to show up and what feels right to you,
the rest doesn't matter.
so this will be a season of harvest. This will be a season of celebration. This will be a season of union. I'm hearing you're getting everything that you desire. You've been putting in the work. I'm hearing you've literally been putting in the work, and a lot of you guys have been working in your subconscious. And the celebration card says, how can you celebrate yourself? Yeah, you do so much. It's time to celebrate the things that you do accomplish, you do achieve, because you deserve. Why shy away from celebrating yourself and being open and receiving other people celebrating you because you deserve, right? Subconscious mind, what might your dreams reveal about your shadow? At the opening, I was talking about what are the dreams telling you right now? What are they revealing to you? And you're getting a lot of dreams at this time, and they're showing a lot. So it's really important for you to get a dream journal, in particularly because there's certain things that it's also going to be prophesying for you, especially during the eclipse in Pisces. Okay, so it's important for you to take that journal and tap into that dream world. And I'm also hearing a lot of you guys are like empath, astral projectors. You guys do a lot of work in the astral realm. That's why when you're feeling any type of heaviness or you're feeling drained and you take a nap, you automatically feel rejuvenized because you are, I'm hearing also Earth Angel, you are someone who works a lot within the spiritual and in the physical realm. So a lot of things that you're not aware of that's happening in the spiritual realm will begin to reveal itself to you now into the present. So you've been doing a lot of work and they're starting to show up. I'm hearing it's time to kick your feet up. Wow. On your deathbed. Imagine you on your deathbed. While lying in the bed, your parents walk in. What are the last things you say to them? That's something to really think about. Connecting to aspect of yourself. Wow. I think about me, since I'm a Sagittarius, I'm going to answer that question. Like, honestly, I want to just tell them I love them and I forgive them for any mistakes. Look, that's so funny. For any mistakes they think that they made or any ways that they feel like there's so much noise, any ways that they feel like that they didn't measure up, like they did exactly what they needed to do and could do, and I have been able to enjoy life in so many different ways, and I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. So yeah.
Sagittarius, we moving on. And love, wow, I'm looking at love at the back of the deck. So love is coming in. Love is a factor that's coming in this month for you. So open your heart, celebrate yourself, and stand on business. So next up, we got Aries.
All right, Aries. All right. If somebody could help me with the
timestamps, that would be great. Oh, dang. Aries had a lot to say. All right, Aries. Change, authentic you, humor, self-discovery, repeat, defending moments and releasing anger. What's so interesting is today is when I'm recording it's a Tuesday, and Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the planet of war, destruction, structure, rebellion, forward action, right? And Aries, Aries is ruled by Mars. So with that energy, thinking how you choose to show up in the world versus controlling things. I'm hearing instead of controlling things around you, allowing things to bend, because a lot of you guys have this mentality of my way or the highway, all right? If it doesn't work in the way that you feel like it needs to work, it's not going to happen at all. But if you dive deeper in, and this is what the eclipse season, this is what September is going to show you. When you dive deeper into yourself, you realize there are many paths to one way, and allowing yourself to explore those different paths. And I'm hearing there's going to be a lot of moments within this month that will trigger epiphany moments and awakenings within the body, within the soul. And I'm hearing for some of you guys, this is a time to step out of your comfort zone. So doing something physically or spiritually that you wouldn't usually do. I'm hearing yoga, I'm hearing Tai Chi, I'm hearing Qigong, I'm hearing going on a cleanse, I'm hearing vegetarian, eating, wow, yeah, tapping in. I'm hearing acupuncture, a lot of Eastern medicines, Eastern cultures, and if you don't already, tapping into more of your spiritual self-care. You guys are really good at physical self-care, but it's really important to tap into the spiritual self-care and allowing yourself to laugh, taking in those moments. I'm hearing watch movies that will make you laugh. I'm hearing watch comedy shows, go to comedy shows, connecting with children, connecting with your children, playing. I'm hearing playing, releasing the tension, tapping into your inner child to allow different aspects of yourself to be awakened and falling back into aspects of you that you've forgotten. All right, my Aries, love you. Going on to my Leos.
And then like it gives you like more for the name, isn't it?
If you guys have something nice to sip on, okay? A sip on that. Let's get into my Leos. I think it'll be easier for me to do these lives. I hope you guys can hear me. I didn't even pull out I have my speaker. I didn't even pull it out. Next time I'll pull it out. All right. Okay, Leos. All right, so for my Leos, I have core values, releasing anger, needs, and embodiment. Whew, stepping into the higher self, stepping into the aspects of yourself that pushes past the ego, stepping into the places that makes you feel uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of you guys have been tapping into deeper versions of yourself because you were pushed to, I'm hearing, you were pushed to tap into your body, connect to your body, connect with your health, because you have been, I'm hearing you've been neglecting it in certain ways that you didn't realize was a major factor to your overall health. And I'm hearing a little goes a long way. I'm hearing your whole foundation on the way that you choose to experience life, but also experience your rituals and routines is changing. You're starting to study more about your body, yourself, and a lot of different concepts. Calling in your power and not feeling that you can't achieve the things that you desire to achieve. So you're embodying the fullness of yourself during this moment. I'm hearing standing up for your needs. I don't know why. Get up, stand up for your rights. Yo, not Bob Marley. Yes, being more irie, being more chill, but also like being assertive when it comes to your needs, your wants, and your desires, and releasing anger, knowing that like if things aren't going your way, it's not because like there's something wrong. It's just like releasing. I'm hearing releasing expectation from yourself and from others, and allowing yourself to flow. If something doesn't happen in the way that you expect it to happen, allow it to happen in the way that it needs to happen. Because sometimes it needs to happen in that way in your embetterment for you. Like I said, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Burp as a confirmation. Okay. Releasing, letting go. Opening your throat chakra. You don't need to say things and you don't need to say the truth and say things in like fire and roar. Okay, sometimes you could speak your mind. Don't let it all build up, and then when it's built up, that's when you want to like express all your anger. Express the things as they pass in more of a calmer state. If you need to take a breath, inhale. If you need to find activities that help you release the anger, I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, moving the hips. There's a lot of stored energy within the hips, so moving the hips and the body, whether it's Pilates, through yoga, through dance, okay? Finding fluidity within the space, within your space, and also creating a sacred space within your home where you could go and meditate and take time. It's so crazy. I'm about to move to do my air signs because it's very loud. But in the meantime, between time, yeah, Leo, tapping into that aspect of self, because knowing that you deserve it, okay? Knowing that you deserve to be in a space that caters to exactly who you are and how you feel. And if that means shifting location in order for you to find that tranquility, then do that. Versus, just like I'm doing right now, I'm moving to another space so I could find the tranquility and space that I need to finish these sessions, right? Versus telling the people that are talking loud because they're unaware to, can they lower their voice? Because clearly they saw me, I was there first and they saw me, here. But a lot of people are going to people and people are going to do what they want to do. That's a message. That's a moral message for my fire signs, okay? People are going to people, and people are going to do what they want to do. So instead of trying to control people in the way that they choose to show up, okay? And knowing like, oh, I'm aware. Why can't other people be aware? Because other people aren't like you.
And you are
a group that blazes the way. You are a group that shows people
how it's done.
So continue to show people how it's done. And allow your silence sometimes to be
your greatest power. Okay?
Because sometimes you don't need a roar.
Your energy
Roars for you. Alright? Getting into my air signs. It's so funny. So air signs, you get a new environment, right?
Wow.
It's beautiful because
what I feel for my air signs
is a lot of you are about to move. A lot of you are about to shift into a more
peaceful environment that matches
your flow. A lot of you guys aren't meant to stay in one place for too long, and I'm hearing some of you have been staying in the same place for a long time. And this is what I get with my masculine energies, my fire signs and my air signs. Y'all are meant to experience different things and move around in different ways to activate different aspects of yourself, activate different portals
within yourself,
but also within the earth. So,
oh wow,
that was like, don't be stuck like Chuck. Like literally, don't be stuck like Chuck. Like it's time to unrust yourself, okay? It's time to oil that avatar and start moving around. So for a lot of you guys, you're about to step into a new location. So let's get into Aquarius. Aquarius, what is September giving for you?
Isn't it beautiful? Like,
wow, things are so beautiful, you guys. Like, especially sometimes you have the ability, a lot of times we feel like we have to sit in chaos, but we have the ability to just get up and leave and shift.
Right?
Aquarius, You don't have to make it hard. It doesn't have to be hard. Authentic self. Wow. Authenticity. How can you use your shadow self to become more authentic? So for a lot of you guys, I'm hearing you're getting a lot of mirrors of aspects of yourself that is making you aware of how can you better respond to those shadows. So for example, confirmation break. So example, if there's something that you truly don't like in someone else, you have to take a second and look at yourself and ask yourself, one, why is this action or person triggering me so much? And if it is triggering me so much, what about myself? Do I also express in those same ways? Because there's a reason why you notice it, right? And how can you better respond to that? How can you better empathize to that? And how can you better show up as yourself? Because sometimes, yeah, compliments. Sometimes showing up in your authentic self, I'm hearing, triggers other people. And it causes other people's shadows to come up. And when other people's shadows come up because they're triggered by you, I'm hearing that it makes you feel like you're inferior or sad, or I'm hearing like you don't have a positive response to it. Of course, no one likes to be treated bad based on their light, right? But let me tell you, the more that you begin to shine your light, the more people are going to be triggered by you, but there's also more people that will be attracted to you that are like-minded. So sometimes you just need to literally shift your environment to attract the energy and the people that matches your frequency. Because not everybody matches your frequency. Connecting with people that compliment you, that pour into you. You know how they say, like, if you hang around people that you want to be like. Like, for instance, if you want to be a millionaire, start hanging around people who are millionaires or people who live like millionaires. Start living in the millionaire areas. You know what I mean? Start indulging in that energy to see how it feels. Like, I wanted peace and quiet, so I moved around and experienced peace and quiet. Okay, Aquarius? So allowing yourself to be guided and know that you're gonna trigger people and choose to be yourself regardless. And you also have the choice not to be fixed and not to have to suffer in your environment, but you have the choice to move. If you really think about it, stop being so in your head and overanalyzing everything and just realize, okay, yes, I'm ready to move. And allow the universe to open the doors for you. And when you truly are ready and you truly release the attachment and the anger and the pain, you'll be guided and you'll be led to exactly where you need to go. Okay? Ashe. Next we have Libra. Oh, I totally skipped Gemini, but I guess I'm doing Gemini last. Libra, 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 Libra. Oh, Libra. Wow. Who had the same cards? Strength and big dreams. Who had strength and big dreams? There was another sign that had strength and big dreams. So you might want to rewind and see what other sign that I spoke. I think it was somewhere in the earth signs. Or the water signs. I'm not sure. It was either the earth or the water signs that also had the same cards back to back. Clarify? What does my Libras know? Oh, then it's it. That's it. Okay, subconscious. subconscious and qualities. Okay, so for my Libras,
For my Libra.
it's my beautiful. Oh, Cancer, water. Cancers have the same strength and big dreams.
And because, again,
And Libras are a Venusian sign. Venusian is ruled by Venus, right? Venusian energy is Venus energy, feminine energy, right? Unconditional love. Libra rules relationships, partnerships, okay?
Venus is actually more
Contractual, right? I'm hearing when I move, you move. If you guys don't already follow me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok because I have a few readings, and that song came on my latest reading. So tap in on my TikTok at Sade the Soul, SOLSADETHESOL. But big dreams and strength. I'm hearing it's time for you to go after your dreams. It's time for you to step into the aspects of yourself that you've been hiding. You're trying to make everything perfect and everything, I'm hearing, you're trying to put everything together and before you present it to the world, but you're just being called to show up and be seen in your authenticity, showing your qualities. And that's where the strength comes in because it takes courage to put yourself out there. It takes courage to share yourself with the world. It takes courage to be you, right? Not having to put on the armor and create an aspect of the self that you think people are gonna like. Just be yourself, and however that looks, and it's not gonna always look perfect. And that's okay too, right? Subconscious mind. What might your dreams reveal about your shadow self? So for a lot of you guys during the lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces, you are really going to be shown different aspects of yourself that need to be shared with your community. For a lot of you guys, a lot of people around you look up to you. And it's really important that you choose
to show them
aspects of yourself that you hide.
Reveal.
The great reveal. And I'm hearing this is what's going to bring you abundance this month. This is what's going to bring you your harvest by you just authentically being yourself and showing your qualities, because you have so many different qualities to share with the world, so many different gifts to share with the world. And it's time to share it. It's time to share it, my love. It's time to share it. All right, Gemini. Himminess. Gemini. Wow, that's beautiful.
If y'all not sipping,
Make sure you stay hydrated.
because Virgo
Will get you into your routines, your rituals, taking care of your body, okay?
reminding you
To tap back in. Gemini. Highest divine, spirits of the highest love and light.
what does
September have in store for Gemini. Oh wow. That's so crazy because the card just flew into my Tibetan bowl, and I actually have money in my Tibetan bowl right now.
all right.
So for my Geminis, wow, you got repeat twice. Hold on. So I have repeat, wish they knew,
Acceptance,
repeat again, and also strength. The strength flew into the Tibetan bowl. So I'm hearing a lot of my Geminis have been working really hard, okay? You've been working really hard to, I'm hearing, stabilize yourself financially, stabilize yourself in your career, stabilize yourself in what your purpose is, seeing what your strengths are and how can you expand on your strength in order to make a more stable experience for yourself, a more lucrative experience for yourself. And what I'm hearing is hold on. I don't know why I'm like, hold on, it's all rushing in. This month, wow, maybe that's why y'all went last, because this month, I'm hearing it's going to be a moneymaker. I don't know why I also hear shake your moneymaker. Like literally, you are a moneymaker, and the more that you continue to tap into the highest aspects of yourself, releasing doubt, releasing shame, and tapping into your confidence, knowing that you are him, you are her, you are an I'm hearing a mastermind, a beautiful mastermind, a beautiful architect of your reality, and learning to tap into that power, tap into that acceptance, and tap into that acceptance. And acceptance card is really right here. Tap into that acceptance of self, okay? Acceptance of you don't have to look outside of you. You can find everything that you need inside of you, internally. All right? The acceptance card says, what aspects of your shadows are you ready to accept and integrate? So a lot of the things that you are trying to run away from, maybe you need to take a second and look at them and say, why do I act in this way? Why do I continue to enter karmic cycles that keep on bringing up this particular way of thinking or being or experiencing life? And how can I respond differently? And how can I teach others to respond differently? Because Geminis, you are the teachers. You guys are the divine messengers in your exalted state. So bringing the duality, you have both sides. Your shadow side is the aspect of your beautiful nature. When you become friends with the shadow, instead of letting it rule you, right? The shadow self is the aspect of self, the aspect of the subconscious that you keep hidden. Why do you keep those parts hidden of yourself? That doesn't mean you love aspects of yourself. If it's not serving you or serving others that you love, if you're going out hurting people, no one says to do that. But being aware of, okay, this is why this is coming up. And instead of, I'm hearing, projecting it on others, tap back into yourself and knowing how it affects you and your environment. Wish they would. And I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, the moment that you step out of your environment, you are going to start to see yourself clearer, start to see yourself in a different way. For a lot of you guys, you're being called to travel. Okay, travel the world, see different cultures, different experience, different ways people interact with each other, because a lot of times when we stay in a place for too long, we tend to just pick up the same habits. We don't shift, we don't change, because we're doing the same thing over and over again. And for my air signs, for especially my Geminis, change is important. Always growing, always expanding. The Gemini is the other aspect of the Sagittarius. So for you guys are the physical aspect of the spiritual aspect of the Sagittarius. It's two sides of the both coins. The Sagittarius is the spiritual aspect, and the Gemini is the physical aspect. But one thing they both do is exploring, loving to expand. So while the Gemini will expand in the physical, the Sagittarius loves to expand in the spiritual. So allowing yourself to expand in both ways is really important, okay? So wish they would. Is there anything you wish more people knew about you? Why don't they know already? What are you hiding? What are you choosing to not tap into out of doubt, out of fear, out of shame? Let me tell you something right now. You are able to do all that you set your mind to do. And this is the time, this is the season to celebrate yourself and to show up for yourself and do all those things. If there's something that you're afraid of doing, that's a sign that you should do it. If you are afraid of changing or moving locations, do it. Do it afraid. Do it afraid. Because when you choose to take the risk to better your life, I promise you the doors will open up for you and everything will come together. And you're like, dang, I'm so happy that I chose to take that risk versus staying stagnant. And for you, the universe will bless you. God will bless you into, I'm hearing the life of your desires, the life of your dreams. That's what you've been asking for. It's not far rich. I'm hearing it's only you're only one decision away from jumping timelines into your highest timeline. So what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting
for? And for
some reason,
Space Jam is really significant. The movie Space Jam.
All right, y'all.
So that was the channel for the month. If you guys want to connect with me deeper, all my information is down below in the description. If you want to
donate,
beautiful offering to me. This is not required, but it's greatly appreciated.
So I can continue
to do this work that I'm doing, because it's really important that a lot of people hear me and hear the channels that are coming out. And it's really important to
pour into the community,
right? But also opening myself to receiving from the community as well. So all my information is down below. Follow me on all my socials. Sade the Soul, SADETHESOL on Instagram and on TikTok. And then subscribe to my channel. I hope you all choose to have a beautiful day. Until next time, my loves. Peace and ashe. I love you.